What is up, you drooling boob and brain-loving nerds? I am Flitz, and this is GeekDown. Today's episode, zombies. Are they here to stay, or are they a dead lay?
What's up, guys? I'm Jovenshire, Joshua Ovenshire, and that was geek-worthy, but we'll get to that in a second. I'm actually covering a segment called Pitch This. Now, in Pitch This, that's our little contest that we do here at GeekDown, where we give you the chance to pitch us an idea. We debate and pick a winner. That winner wins a chance to win an Xbox 360 Connect bundle. Today's question of the day is, if there was a zombie apocalypse, when there's a zombie apocalypse, and you could have one weapon, real or fictional, what would it be? Be sure to send that to our Twitter account, which is at GeekDown Show, but put your answer first, and then at GeekDown Show. Answer, Twitter handle. Answer, Twitter handle.
Our Twitter handle.
Our Twitter handle. And but I don't do the show by myself. Obviously, you met Flitz. Now let's meet the neighbor that wasn't eaten by zombies. This guy.
What's up, guys? I'm Brett Noborikawa. That's all right. You can forget my last name. Just Brett. At the Stupid on Twitter. It's easier that way. In a minute, I'm going to be going through some freaky, geeky news. But first, we have a nice guest for our zombie episode tonight. So, Flitz, take it away.
The man is renowned, even though you just check him on IMDb. He has a ton of credits: Watchmen, 300, I Am Legend, and he actually has a Machinima show called Bite Me that he's done a lot of great work on. Michael Della Rosa, Del Rosa.
Thank you.
Oh, I almost said Della Rosa. Thank you, JJ.
Live audience, yo.
Makeup artist, amazing makeup artist. Definitely check out some of his work. And, of course, your voice, the lovely Miss Candace Alejandre.
Hi, guys.
Hi back there.
Hi, guys. Candace Alejandre here, your voice for the night.
She's really excited.
I'm excited. Talk about zombies. Yes.
So the undead. Love it.
Undead.
Feeling good.
Before we get into, do we want to dive into Michael?
Let's talk about
jump
Michael.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Michael. We're going to talk about you.
Throw me on the hot seat.
We're going to throw you in the hot seat. Okay,
That's
so
Yes.
your creations.
Uh-huh.
You literally create worlds that people fantasize about.
Or dread.
Okay.
Or
I wake up in the middle of the night fearing these things being
I
created.
I fantasize about them. How do they come about? I don't understand. I'm not a makeup artist. What's the process?
Well, I mean, we basically work with a person's face, their features, and that type of thing. That's part of the process. We need to use their features as part of the design. Generally, that's the way we do it, and we make everything look as dead as possible. Either fresh or old. So.
Do you have a favorite project you
Expired.
worked on?
You know what? Bite Me was the web series was really a lot of fun. The crew was great, great people, and everything came out really nice.
And it's doing great hits. The first episode is up to
yeah.
4 million. The second and third episodes are
Crazy
2
numbers,
million.
right?
Still climbing. Do you think? Well, I didn't get to the end because I'm stupid. But will there be a second season?
Yes, actually,
Awesome.
I guess advance word is second season is starting very soon.
So Machinima jumped on board. So
Yes.
so you
I think
worked.
Lionsgate picked it up. So
Wow.
Wow,
all right.
that's amazing. And Jarrett Lee Conaway.
I believe he'll
still
be directing.
directing?
I'm not positive. Yeah, but
Okay,
last I heard.
sweet. So that means you're saying it's coming up soon. That means it's shot.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
We haven't shot anything yet, so yeah, it's in the very early stages. But we have some surprises for everyone. So we'll have a super zombie character. So
Super zombie
that's
character.
all I'm saying because we have to keep it a bit of.
Okay,
Superman.
NDA. We don't
Now,
need to
so you were working on all the zombies for the first series, right?
Yes.
So can you describe some of the zombies that we got to see? Some special effects?
Absolutely. Yeah, there was actually various stages, because the outbreak is fresh, so they're not coming from the grave. In this next season, actually, they're going to be more coming from the grave and that type of thing. So we're going to have more, decomposition and rot. So it'll be pretty nasty.
more cute cadavers.
That's cool. So.
Now,
That's what I call them.
awesome. Now that was the web show that you worked on. What are some the other big titles that you hit?
I mean, in particular, zombie stuff.
Oh, no, just in general, some of the special effects where
yeah.
the fans can
You've
see
done
what you
a lot
did.
more
I Am
than zombie
Legend.
stuff.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which is
You know, it's funny.
That's great.
There's a like a 3-page resume. It's like you hit me, and it's like
Let me open up the
something
novel
like
that is me.
go to IMDb, and there's the list. There it is.
Well, we're glad to have you on here
Well, thank you. Yeah.
to get your expertise
yeah. You ready to have
and
some
knowledge.
fun?
Yeah,
You ready to have some
absolutely.
fun. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
My mouth's getting a
Cool.
little dry.
Good, because
Yeah, you're gonna take a sippy. That's a sippy fun.
It's just water, folks.
Just water, just water.
Yeah, it's just water.
But all right, to get the show started, Flitz, what do we got first?
I don't know.
Let's jump over to Brett.
let's check out some geek-worthy news. All right, so let's jump into the geek-worthy segment. There we go. All right, guys. So this week, some news hit. Amazing Spider-Man 2 was announced by Sony for a release date in 2014. Now, the first one doesn't come out for another year. So.
Yeah, now keep in mind, this
They
is the
already planned a
sequel.
second.
Yeah, this is Amazing Spider-Man 2 for Amazing Spider-Man 1 that comes out next year.
Which-
They may be jumping the gun a little bit. I mean, they're not even waiting for our reception to it. They don't even know if it's good or not, and they're just going gung-ho straight ahead.
It's a franchise. They're confident, so
So yeah, like
Yeah.
I guess quite often you notice like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this movie, but we have the actors signed on for 3 more.
yeah.
But this is, I think, one step further. We're not just saying, hey, we're gonna do 3 more just in case we're gonna have you here. It's like, no, hey, yeah, this is when the next movie's coming out.
The movie's not out yet, but they saw Green Lantern. They were like, "There's no way this could be worse than that. Our movie could be worse than this," and they're going to make a second one. So why shouldn't we?
Well, I think another big part of it is that Disney, who owns Marvel now, announced 2 new Marvel movies that are slated for 2014. Everyone's just doing a quick land grab, claiming summer dates here and
Okay.
there. I mean, they haven't even said what the movies are yet. They're just coming out. You don't know what they are, but be excited. What do we think that those 2 Marvel movies could be? We've already got a
Ant-Man.
Captain America sequel announced.
Ant-Man.
It's going to be Coming to America 2, African American Panther. Thank you, Marvel. I think that needs to happen. Yeah.
How about you, Mike? If you can name a Marvel superhero that's not out yet, who would you
Yeah,
want to
hit
see
me
on
on
the
my
big
weak-
screen?
You hit my kryptonite. Yeah.
Not big on the comics, more zombies than
not too
comics?
big. Yeah. I'm mostly in the more movie genre. Yeah.
Okay, for Mike, I'm going to say Marvel
I'm
Zombies.
sorry.
Yeah,
Marvel Zombies.
Sorry,
Ooh,
yeah.
very interesting.
Marvel Zombies. That's cool.
failed.
Zombies.
Fail.
No, that's not a fail at all. You do it to me telepathetically.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
so
very
that works.
On your toes, on your toes. Yeah.
So, all right, well, Brett, you brought the news. How do you feel? Like, do you think this is a smart move or is this a dumb move?
I think it's just studios doing what studios do. They're gonna announce stuff. I mean, do they listen to us? No. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. So, I mean, we just have to go with it and backlash on the internet if we hate it.
And hope Fox doesn't do a Fox.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
hopefully they'll do an Uncharted and just change the entire thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Uncharted, Pokemon is a very popular thing.
It is still.
Maybe a little bit too popular because a kid at
oh yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
It's a little awkward.
it's just a bit yeah. Then that happened.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That kid will never do elbow air flares.
No,
He-
So, yeah,
it's a little.
this image came from our friends over at globalgeeknews.com. This was an image that they posted. The most terrifying, awkward tattoo of all time is this Pokemon tattoo. Yes, those are raised bumps you see in this guy's arm.
Implants.
It's a kid. Yeah.
Well, who's
He-
the
I mean,
parent?
how honestly, how ribbed does your forearm have to be for her pleasure?
Oh boy.
I'm curious.
You just have slender.
A little bit helps.
In the process of geek-worthy, Brett, would you say that this is geek-worthy?
It's cringeworthy. That's
It reminds me of when you wet Gizmo and a bunch of Mogwai popped out.
Ernest scared stupid when the pods start to grow out of the trees and those like these little
see?
bumps there that are about to pop
See,
out.
so it does have some geek worthy. I mean, he's
Yeah.
clearly a geek.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's passionate.
granted, he will never fornicate.
How old was he? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. Judging
don't
from
know.
the picture,
Look young.
Old
Yeah.
enough to get a tattoo and
His parents
some
should seriously
bumps.
Yeah.
reprimand him for
That's,
that.
I don't know about this, Timmy. Do you really like Pokemon this much?
a little too young for common sense, maybe.
All right.
Anyway, the debate. What is going on today? We're talking about zombies. Are zombies here to stay? Do we like zombies fast or slow? Are they played out? Frank Darabont seems to think so.
For those of you playing the home game, Frank Darabont, as we mentioned in the past episode, was just kicked off of the Walking Dead writing team.
Thank you, Captain Recap.
Yes, that's there's annotation somewhere, and if there aren't, our SEO isn't doing well. All right, so zombies. They come about from like voodoo and that whole thing, bringing people back from the dead, cadavers walking the earth, slowly deteriorated people, and it's scary. And they've evolved into some sort of big, crazy entity of chaos, and the film industry's loving it, and they've left, they died down a little bit, no pun intended, and then they came back.
Oh, like
No pun
zombies.
intended. And now they're back and they're strong, and there's just so many things with zombies launching. Is the market flooded with tainted blood?
All right, well, let's take a look at what's in the industry right now. Like, you got movies, you have comics, you have video games. What are some of the major titles that we're seeing?
Major titles, starting from movies, 28 Days Later, which definitely, it revolutionized zombies for a lot of people.
Well, it
It's
updated
kind of
it.
a virus, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it wasn't really a zombie movie, more of a, as you would say, infected movie.
Yeah.
But yes, they did bring on the whole running zombie, and yeah, that was a new type of fear.
And then Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake,
Very good.
accepted
Dawn of
and
the
pushed
Dead as
those
well.
zombies
One of the
again.
few remakes that I actually enjoyed. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good
pretty
movie.
I'd agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah, because remakes in general.
No, yeah. It's more of like something we have to accept, but do we have to like? That was
the
a
era we
remake that I
live in now.
accepted
Wish
and I
they
liked.
would stop and do original.
Come on, James
original
Gunn all the way,
material.
guys.
Who? James
what?
Gunn.
James Gunn, Dawn of the Dead
Yeah, he
remake.
wrote the script for that.
Oh,
And also did Slither, another monster movie.
oh, very good. I like
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
What else is? I don't even know.
Walking Dead, I was mentioning
Oh, well,
earlier
Walking
on
Dead,
TV,
definitely.
has,
Which-
has
which-
conquered AMC ratings.
Makes it so scary, and this is probably what makes zombies so scary, is with slow zombies, it's the horde. But we'll get to that. What about video games? I mean, The Walking Dead. Actually, we can go to books. We can go to
Segue.
books. Segue, because Walking Dead goes into comic books. Walking Dead is successful.
Which is one of my favorite
trade.
comic book series, even though I know that it's more recent, but oh my god, amazing, amazing literature.
And very different from the TV show.
Very different.
Very different
And
story.
then you go into Marvel Zombies, which has actually got accepted pretty well. And,
enjoyed it.
And that's freaky because that's zombies with powers. You
Yeah.
cannot, there is nothing you can do. Like, you can run from a zombie that's slow, moving at the speed of homeless, but you cannot run away from Mr. Fantastic Zombie with his stretchy limbs that'll probably fall off.
Go step in
or
here.
Hulk zombies.
Yeah,
Step in
you
here,
can
Mike.
get
Step in
closer.
here.
Get closer.
Get a little bit closer. Get a little
Sorry,
Take a step
I
closer. There we go.
apologize. Yes.
And then you have what Blackest Night. DC Universe came out with the Blackest Night series, which is absolutely
I'm
freaky.
sorry. What night?
Most African Americanist night.
All right.
Thank
we
you.
just want to be politically
we
correct
stay
here.
PC here.
Yes, that's right. You're right. You're absolutely correct. But that was very freaky because that's bringing, again, zombies with powers and hordes and infinite amounts of people.
I think zombies are scary enough alone. Like, I don't.
Do you want to chime in?
No, not at all.
Personally, the slow ones it's a little bit more scary. The fast ones, I don't buy it. Like, on a
Yeah,
subconscious level.
that's I think one of the biggest debates in the
Yeah.
zombie versus
It's creepier
slow
when they're
versus fast.
slowly coming towards
Well,
you.
yeah, I am a lot more likely to run away from a geriatric person with a bad
See?
hip
There you go.
than a young kid who's just strolling along.
Very
But
up and running.
and those are just like movies and comics. That's that form of media.
And video games.
Video games are all
Which
over the place. Video games.
that's where it gets really scary because you figure it's interactive. Like, you have control over the said person, and even though you have a gun or you have a hockey
stick.
puck, no, just a puck,
just a puck.
just a puck. You have a hockey puck. You can defend yourself, but that's when video games start to get really creative. And you think about games like Left 4 Dead with their creative zombies. You think about Dead Space, which you may not consider them zombies, but they're zombies.
Space zombie monster
Space
things?
zombie monsters.
Dead Space
Ooh, yeah,
revolutionized
Dead Space is great.
revolutionized the survival horror series, where games like Resident Evil, obviously a landmark in zombie games in general. So yeah, Resident Evil was like this amazing franchise, and then it kind of went into a different direction, more of an action shooter than zombies.
but even with those zombies, they were evolved. They had evolved. It was a virus. I mean, they're dead, but it's infected.
The reason why I bought a PlayStation, and it's going to sound really lame to everyone
No,
out there.
it will not.
A PlayStation 2 is because of Resident Evil Dead Aim. Because you get to shoot him with a gun. I mean, come on.
Dead Aim was actually a fun game.
Yeah, but you beat it too quick. But
Yeah, it was a short game. We were looking at like maybe 3 hours. There wasn't much of a save.
you get to
do
shoot
it.
zombies with a gun. What's more to say?
Well, you should play Left 4 Dead.
It was, was that like one of the first zombie games outside of maybe like House of the Dead for the arcade, where it was like first person, like, hey, I'm killing zombies right now.
That
This is
movie
what
was
I'm
painful,
doing.
The movie was painful.
Oh, God. I don't know whose idea that was, but
There's a reason why we left that movie off the rundown for this episode.
I have a list.
It's just too painful to bring
Trying
up.
to forget about it.
But I mean, in the end, zombies started out as a lore. With the whole magic thing and priests and witches and
voodoo magic,
and
bringing them
being
alive.
able to bring people from the dead. So you think about it when you talk about
That's where the word voodoo comes
Yeah.
from. Yeah, the whole thing. But yeah, I think we've taken it to a new direction. so,
exactly,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's my point. You think about it; it's evolved, and we've adopted that lore. We brought it into our world. So when you
Yes.
look at the infecteds, essentially they have become a part of the zombie because they're dead and they're not cadavers, but we don't know enough. They're running too fast. Candace, what does the chat have to say?
Yeah,
what does the community think?
Lots of things right now. Actually, I really like what Dingback 91 said. He said, in games, zombies are very underused properly. The characters are always immune, and thus the zombies just become canon. What do we think about that?
Nick Cannon? I
Canvas?
would run very fast from a zombie Nick Cannon. Because if he is strong enough to hold up Mariah Carey.
Whoa. I'm just scared he's going to latch onto my bank account. Like
Is this the super zombie we're going to be seeing?
Okay.
The DCD is saying zombie breakdancers. How do you feel about that?
The zombies dancing is great. Yeah, thriller.
Zombie bring that.
Yeah.
That, I can't imagine they can hold a beat too well.
You know, there's one movie that has not only
dancing
zombies but dancing. You guys are completely skipping over. You know that, right? Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Right.
Greatest
Weekend at Bernie's
That's
movie.
kind of
Weekend at
very
Bernie's
good
2.
time.
There's
Thank
actually
you,
zombies.
Mr. Matt Robb, all up in the booth.
Oh, did we introduce him?
No, we didn't.
Oh, that's right. That's Matt Robb, ladies and gentlemen, not director.
Oh, he's important.
He has a lower
He's
third, too.
Yeah.
He's that important.
From DJ Matt Robb, all up in the building.
Thanks,
Woot,
Matt
woot.
Robb.
Hey, no problem, guys. So Weekend at
God.
Bernie's 2, favorite zombie movie of all time. Just gonna put that out there.
From our director, Matt Robb.
But are they still relevant? Is the market flooded?
Yes, it is.
I agree. I totally agree. There's too many films out there and not enough good ones, unfortunately. Yeah.
Now, I know it's an interesting point that Brett was telling me about beforehand. You were saying that just the AI behind a zombie game, maybe that's why it's a little bit easier to pull off.
I mean, zombies are very simple. They just lumber forward, they go towards you, and they want to bite you. They're very simple, easy to do. So the AI doesn't take a lot of programming. It's not like they're going to have emotions or anything. Maybe that's why there's so many zombie games. They're just easy to do.
So it's like a real cookie cutter that's easy to throw into Call of Duty, Yakuza zombies.
Yeah, Yakuza of the End, Call of Duty, Dead Rising, Resident Evil, House of the Dead, Dead Island.
Dead Rising being a great example.
Yeah.
With how many zombies they can have on the screen, and
That's
they
what
really only
the
have
game
to-
originally was like based on. Let's see how many zombies we can put onto the screen.
Yeah, that picture like shows it perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unless the Wii version, then that was four zombies on the
Four
Wii
zombies on the Wii version.
That'd make a
Dead
great
Rising.
Christmas card right there. Yeah.
version. Yeah.
Wish you were here.
I want that now. Yeah, so I mean, and you can program. It's like, oh, when he gets close, he reaches out. If it grabs, he bites.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Very
That's
simple.
why I think that there's so many zombie games. They're just so easy. Just throw them
Now,
out.
I'm a big fan of zombie games. I'm a big fan of especially survival horror. That's like my franchise of choice. Like I remember the first time I played the first Resident Evil, I was terrified. And actually, for all my gamers out there, you remember Resident Evil 2. You're in the police station, you go by the windows, you think something's gonna happen, nothing. Second time, you're like, oh, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da. All of a sudden, these arms, like, and it's like, oh my god. I remember dropping my controller and dying because I was so terrified.
He's actually a zombie. He came back to life.
Oh, and that works.
I don't know how, I don't tend to walk around windows like that during a zombie apocalypse. Da-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da. There are zombies, but I am fine.
But like the franchise, like just set it into motion. Like, hey, zombies are a great idea and can make lots of money if done properly.
Yeah.
And properly it seems to be.
The problem.
And this is where, properly seems to be now the fast zombies. Now the preference is the reason why.
As Mike cringes.
Yeah, I know. The reason why I'm going from personal experience. Of course, this is an opinion show.
With zombies?
Yes, sometimes opinion can be wrong.
with zombies, right?
With zombies,
Yeah.
yes. But
Okay.
if you think about my personal experience with zombies, I grew up watching horror films.
Yep.
When it came to
Wait. Did you yell at the screen?
no, that's racist. You're
Don't go there.
I hate your family. You think about when I grew up watching zombie films and horror films and scary films, but it was the feeling that I got when playing games like Left 4 Dead or watching 28 Days Later, that I was like, holy crap, I would poop all over my hand and throw it as a projectile weapon in order to get away from these zombies. With slow zombies, I wasn't really worried. Like, it's like, oh, look, a bunch of homeless guys. They want to rob me. I'm just going to step backwards. Yeah, you're not going to.
Well,
Whatever, buddy.
yeah, step away. But the scary thing is that these slow guys are a horde. There's like countless numbers. Like they're slowly.
It's
creeping
clever
up.
the way the slow ones kind of get you. You know what I mean? They kind of creep up.
Yeah,
on
they
you.
always come in through the back window.
I mean,
It's
It's
an
more-
overwhelming sensation that really
Exactly.
kind of like terrifies
It's a little bit
you.
more scary than when they're lumbering and they still get you.
Yeah, it's you're looking at like classic 70s and 80s horror, like with Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. Never once did they run, but you constantly knew watching the movie like, holy
didn't.
crap.
They had
He's gonna get you.
teleportation powers.
They didn't have to run. You know, it's
Well,
somewhat
the
important.
problem with like the slow zombies is it's a problem for you to figure out how to get away from them. Fast zombies, it's all a question of your cardiovascular.
Oh
state.
yeah.
Have you
Well, I would
ever
drop
been-
that
number two.
Okay,
immediately.
look. I'm from North Philadelphia.
They'd get me.
Okay.
Have you ever been
Born
chased
and
by a
raised?
pit bull? Think about this. If a zombie is loose and it is gnashing its teeth and its stuff oozing from its face and its mouth, and it is running top speed, it's a zombie. It doesn't have to worry about cardiovascular system. It's already dead. It's
not gonna have a heart
It's not
attack.
gonna stop. That's why I use an example. Take that and turn it into a pit bull. It's scary enough. Like, as a human, he has opposable thumbs. Oh my gosh, what is he gonna do to you?
Eat you.
Those thumbs? Just those thumbs?
Like on the topic of fast zombies, slow zombies, and like video games, I want to hear from the chat room, Candace. Like, what are some of like their favorite video games, and did those games have fast zombies or did they have slow zombies? Did that affect the fear and tension of the game? That's what I'm going to be most interested in from the.
I mean, yeah, I'm curious as well.
I don't want to get on a serious point at all with this because it's what it is. But I mean, I think there's something more. I mean, it's about death. You know, it's about that whole that queasiness, the things that make it unsettling. You know,
the worms coming out of the
Right,
eyes.
not even specifically that, but just the whole death thing. If they work that into the story, that's always better. Story.
All right.
You know.
Yeah. So Candace, like, what do we have for the from the chat room? Do you have any favorite zombie games?
We definitely have some favorites here. Steve Cab is saying Left 4 Dead 2,
Great one.
Resident Evil, Left 4 Dead, Fast Zombies, B. Bundy, Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Can we take a second? I need to praise the greatness that is like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Like, it was this amazing game. Like, of course I was a child, maybe I feel differently now, but I was killing zombies with 3D glasses and a water gun.
All day. That's all you've been talking about.
All day. Like,
But we cannot forget, you guys. We cannot forget Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies.
Alduin agrees with me, though. Alduin said, do not forget Plants vs. Zombies.
But
The question is, has it been overdone? Do we need a break from zombies? Do we want more, Or do we need to say, hey, industry, how's it going? Yeah, back off a little.
Change it up a little bit.
Change it up a little bit, maybe, yes.
My opinion on it is that it's not like vampires, where in like the last 3 years it's just become like overly like, oh my god, everything's vampire.
overly? Twilights?
Overly? Show the tattoo.
It's not a Twilight tattoo.
Show the Twilight tattoo.
And
No.
what you're saying there just for a sec, I mean, I think it's about quality. You know, it's like, I mean, there's blood just thrown on actors, and that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
And they call that a zombie. But I mean, zombies are like, you know, things from the grave. We need to see corpses.
Yeah,
you know?
so yeah, more
decomposition.
So are you saying that maybe
something-
some like the more modern day
What?
stuff?
No,
is-
actually, some of the older stuff, sadly.
wow.
But when I watched it, Return of the Living Dead. Beautiful. And they have like a variation of zombies.
Yeah.
They're also stylized. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Like I know that like the Romero zombies were just like you had like 100 people and you had to get an entire movie done in like 2 weeks, and so it's like, all right, guys, we're gonna paint you green. And
You're all going to be Hulks.
True. I mean, but yeah, I mean, there was prosthetics and stuff with that too as well,
Yeah,
which
like
is cool. You know,
the major zombies.
But my big beef is when they just throw blood on someone, put dark circles around the eyes, and call it a zombie.
I call
Because it's
that
like
emo.
it's bad makeup.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you'll appreciate this as a makeup artist. Like, my favorite type of like zombie makeup is going to come from like where you can see where the infection actually came from. I don't care if you're all green, but let me see like a bite mark somewhere. Let me know like, oh, this zombie has a story. Like, this is where they were bitten. This is how long it took for the infection to take hold.
We kind of did that with Bite Me a little bit.
Yeah,
You did,
there's
yeah.
that one scene where you see
Yeah, where the guy walks in.
Craigslist guy
Yeah,
with
Dustin,
the bite
yeah.
right there, just kind of.
Because there's actually 3 stages. We start off with a little bit of makeup, and then he transforms into a zombie.
Yeah,
And
I noticed that.
what I think is great about the zombie industry is that right now you have people that love zombies making zombie flicks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you see that passion.
But you also
in
have
the
people
art.
that don't love zombie films that are just cashing in on it.
Resident
So, yeah,
Evil.
It's
That's the industry.
sad. It's sad.
That's the
Yes, it is.
industry.
It's any
That's the
industry, really.
industry.
Yes. But I mean, it's about the love, you know, really.
So do we want more? Do we want? That's how you show Resident Evil. Do we want more? Are we done? So you're saying quality?
Yes, quality.
I'm saying let's take a break.
I'm ready for a break as well.
You're ready for a break as well.
Personally, I
You
think
guys
that,
are talking me out of a job.
No,
you know?
you're a visual. You're
Yeah, I-
special effects.
but-
You do.
We want
visual
other
effects.
monsters, not
yeah.
just zombies.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I want a zombie love story,
Yeah,
guys.
totally do.
Yeah, we're good then.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, we need a zombie love story. That's exactly what we need. We need a Twilight
Yeah, I agree.
for zombies.
Zombie
That's what
love
we
story.
need. That's
That's
exactly
Tom
what we
Rom-com.
need.
With a zombie sex scene.
personally, my opinion on zombie movies is that over the course from like the 70s to now, they've stayed consistent. It hasn't been like this overdue, like there are too many zombies in the field. And I think that as long as they continue the structure and the quality of it, I think we'll be fine. Give me another zombie movie. I want more.
Yeah.
I want more.
But I mean, what more is there to be done that hasn't been done already?
Better zombies.
Well, I think one of the great parts about zombie movies is the like why people love them so much is that it's this break from reality. It's like one of these natural disasters that you could survive. If it's like a giant earthquake, no, you'll probably die. It's going to happen. If it's a nuclear like breakout, like no, everyone's going to die in these giant bombs. But zombies, it's based on your strategy, your structure. Can you survive? And I think everyone wants that.
Can I put the brakes on again just for one
Go for
second? Yeah. I think it's like a psychological thing as well. It's like the ability to kill something that is very human, and it's okay because they're dead, right? I mean, there's something about that people enjoy. I think, sadly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, not cool. It's kind of
Well,
disturbing when you think about it.
Well, it's kind of like Nazis in movies. Yeah, we don't feel bad.
They also have, the
Nazi zombies.
yeah, they have Nazi zombie movies.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's
fun,
perfect.
Yeah.
so
Levity.
I'm pro. Give me more. You're slow down. Slow down.
Yeah, take a break. Take a
Yeah.
break. Let's reassess the level of quality we're throwing out there.
I think it'd be great to take a break, then adopt some of the things that video games have made and make them quality.
Cool.
If they made a Left 4 Dead film with those zombies, they could do some amazing things.
Yeah. Well, on that note, why don't Flitz, you want to lead us into our next segment as we wrap up here?
Which one?
So box.
Oh, is Soapbox next? Soapbox is next. All right, so Soapbox is this is the point of the show where you state your case, and by you I mean me or him, whoever feels they have the strongest opinion and most passionate about it, and opposing opinions collide and make some sort of mismatch of hate and love and unity, like the plant in Little Shop of Horror.
That's not Plants vs. Zombies. No.
All right, so you were saying you're for fast or slow? This is where we're gonna go. Fast or slow?
Just slow all the way. Slow's like the
Slow?
best type of horror. Yeah. Slow? Slow.
Slow?
No.
Yeah.
No? Slow?
Yeah, slow.
Slow?
Slow.
I'm going with fast, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna use my pit bull method.
He set us up.
Imagine you were being chased by a pit bull. Okay, this thing is gnashing its teeth. It probably has rabies, and it can run for long periods of time, much faster than you can, because it has so many extra muscles, or it just doesn't have to worry about it because it doesn't know any better because it's hungry. And yes, this is a zombie situation, so more than likely there's more than one, and they will cut you off. Just because they're fast zombies doesn't mean they're stupid zombies. So that is much more scary than me because I cannot parkour away from that zombie because the zombie can parkour as well. Even if I climb on a roof, he's up there.
I don't want to interrupt, but yeah,
This is your soapbox. This is your session.
The slow zombies are just more creepy, and when it's done right, it's perfect because they kind of creep up on you, and they get you, and that's even more terrifying, I think.
How about you, Candace? How's the chat room going? Do we have any soapbox moments from the chat room saying if they like fast or slow zombies?
Definitely. A lot of people are saying slow. I would say slow as well.
You're over one.
Fogquad is saying medium.
Numbers. We got.
Veg rule 1, cardio.
Good job, Blake. Good job, Bex. Good job.
Ryan Shang, slow until they smell the flesh.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, see, there is that natural instinct where you would expect like some kind of lunge. Like you even saw that in like the Resident Evil. So it's like, oh, I'm slow, and you're gonna save up that energy for that last moment where like, oh, I'm hungry.
But again, it's probably the muscles are in atrophy, that type of thing. I'm
Yeah.
probably overanalyzing it, but that's what I do, So,
Yeah.
we overanalyze.
That's what I do. You create the
But
zombies.
I mean, think about it. The muscles are all tightened and all messed up.
Yeah, you'd imagine like
Yeah.
after being dead for like a period of time, like
I
rigor
would-
mortis is going to kick in. Like how are zombie or fast zombies plausible? No, if it's
I'm not
metaphysical.
seeing it,
Like I said, we're recreating the lore. Yes, it started with raising the dead, but it's a whole different thing now.
It's always
And
evolving.
It's fast, and it's coming for you in bed.
Cool.
That's your wife, by the way. That's
Wow.
That's
Whoa.
what I'm talking
Whoa. All right, well, so there's the soapbox on that. You got to hear the passionate insights. Now, as we're wrapping up the show here, that's just dirty. Let's actually get into the segment that I started earlier. Let's look at our answers for.
Pitch this.
There we go.
There. All right.
All right, so just to repose the question, it was, if there was an actual zombie apocalypse, what one weapon, fictional or real, would you bring to the battle? Candace, what were the top 3 answers that we had?
Oh, these are awesome, guys. These are awesome. We have a machete from Ripper 1226.
Ripper, okay.
We have a portal gun. Dingbat 91. Dingbat 91 said a portal gun.
Nice.
That's awesome. Okay, and then a board with a nail in it. Smelly Band-Aid. Smelly Band-Aid. Awesomeness.
Take a while with that one.
So what were the options? Portal gun, board with a nail in it,
Board with the nail.
Portable gun.
And machete.
Yeah, they're all
and a
portable.
machete. A machete. Man, you guys are creative.
Wow, a board with nail. I'd like to actually call out Paco, our assistant director, who picked the best answers. Really? Board with nail?
Personally, I wanted
one?
Hulk fists.
Not very effective.
Just to beat up zombies with giant Hulk fists. Nobody likes that idea? I kind of like the idea.
All right. Well, I guess there is like you will find boards and you will find nails. So I guess yes, that you will constantly have that weapon at your arsenal.
Essentially, that is the perfect weapon, and if you can find a chair and throw it, it goes down.
Worked in The Simpsons.
In the Simpsons, exactly.
Clip from our live audience saying that his vote's there.
You got to kill the brain. How do you do that with a nail?
True.
You go stop, and then it's overtime.
You got to have a longer nail.
Out of the 3 of those, I actually like the one coming from the fictional area, the portal gun from obviously the famous game Portal. Hey, look, there's a bunch of zombies. Hey, look, okay, portal here, portal there, adios, I'm free. So my vote goes with portal gun.
So it's just kind of running, really, more than anything away.
But staying alive.
Sure, yeah.
Get the reference there?
There's no honor in that, but I mean, yeah.
There's no honor in staying alive.
How about you, Brett? What out of the 3 choices, which one goes for you?
Oh, let's see. I just have to go with portal gun because the other ones I'm gonna find those anyway on my own. Portal gun, I want that gifted to me. Gifted to me, please. Oh, mighty portal gun creator
Almighty
out there.
aperture science.
Yes, please give that to me. I'm gonna find a board of nails.
All right, Flitz, we have machete.
You know what? I was gonna say board with nail in it, but thinking about using a portal gun, essentially the way campers use claymores, where I just kind of lock myself in a room and set a portal. So if they get through, there's a portal there, and if it's a slope zombies, they're not gonna jump over it. So they'll just fall into it, and then I'll put the other side of the portal like somewhere else, so it launches them, and I can just
To your enemy's house.
Exactly. So
I'll be creative.
All right, and from the expert in zombie destruction.
Gotta say machete.
Going with
Yeah,
machete.
it's
classic.
It's messy. You know, it does the deed, and it's
simple.
We get to see something happen.
No, yes. In a real world scenario, obviously I'm not going to have a portal gun. Machete is definitely my first choice. But
In
if
a movie? Why would you use a DVD to kill?
You have Danny Trejo come down and protect you from zombies.
you know what? Machete would be my choice. But if I could pick one item, I think looks like the votes here go to portal gun. So Candace, who won the Xbox token?
That's Dingbat 91.
Dingbat 91.
Dingbat
Good
91.
job.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on
indeed.
the creativity there. Definitely points for creativity. So we'll hit you up very shortly over the next few days, and you've won a shirt from nerdkungfu.com. Definitely check them out for a bunch of cool arsenal of shirts and such. And then, of course, you won an Xbox 360 token that at the end of the month we'll do a drawing. Where we'll
What are you gonna
pick a
draw,
winner.
Flitz?
What am I gonna do? Another token.
But
Can I get a token as well? I mean, being as a guest.
Just because you're awesome, we'll give you like some GeekDown tokens. You can
All right,
actually trade them in
fantastic.
at the drugstore for Band-Aids.
Great. Do I need them?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Let's.
Cool. So that's I believe that's the end of the show.
Oh, come
We had a lot of fun. We'd like to thank all our sponsors, who Joven knows the names of.
Yes, we're looking at globalgeeknews.com. Go there for just amazing geek content. Nerdkungfu.com for great shirts. And yeah, thank you so much.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on
at
Twitter.
GeekDown Show.
At GeekDown Show. Also at Facebook at /GeekDown Slow.
GeekDown
Go for it. Go for
I
it.
really want the slow zombies. At Facebook.com/GeekDownShow and GeekDownShow.com. You can see our video blogs, all the behind the scenes stuff. It's really fun. So
And wait,
Yeah.
don't forget to check out nerdyaskids.com because you're all nerds and geeks.
What
and
about
you wanna know news.
multivisioneffects.com?
Yes,
What is that?
Check that out.
Multi- what is it?
Multivisioneffects.com. Yeah.
Cool.
And that's where people can see your work.
Absolutely.
Because she has one girl, she has like the boobs.
Check that one
And
out.
then, I mean, she ain't got no areolas, but.
Talk about dead and pretty. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, and again, like one more
Get it.
time, your name, where we can find you, all your work.
IMB Internet Movie Database. Michael Del Rosa. Multivision Effects.
Michael Del Rosa.
And again, it was definitely
Come
an
find
honor.
me. I want to make more zombies. So
Thank you very much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you all. Yeah, this was, great
We
fun.
had total fun.
I hope I didn't.
You
like,
educated the
like,
damn
stall.
out of us.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Look, I feel educated.
maybe
My
we
head
did.
hurt.
you're overestimating us.
Maybe another time. Yeah.
So that's been Geek Down. Next week's show. What's next week's topic? I don't know anything.
We got DC reboot with Guild
that's gonna
Director
be fun.
Sean Becker. So be
Yeah,
here,
DC
guys.
and you
next
up in the
Wednesday.
building. Tune in, Geek Down, whatever that means.
Yep. See you guys next week.